Hi, everyone. I would like to talk to you today about something called calendar time. And before we go into details about calendar time, I want you to think back to when you were in maybe kindergarten or first grade, sometimes second grade, when you were a little kid, early elementary, maybe preschool, and you would sit on the carpet and you would go over the calendar with your teacher. And you would talk about, what day is it today, and what month is it, and what happens in this month, and whose birthday is it today, and things like that. So we do a lot of the same types of things in the world language classroom. And so this can be a really useful tool and a great way to start your classes. So I'm going to talk about calendar talk or calendar time. And this is what we call a comprehensible input method. So the students are listening, and I do it a little differently than some other teachers out there. Every teacher has their own way of doing it, but this is the way that I do it. So the first thing we would do is the first day of a new month. We would start, so we would do this every single day, the class. First day of a new month, we'd say, oh, what month is it? C'est quel mois? And we would say, oh, it's décembre. So we would write the name of the month, and then we might talk about, oh, what happens in December, or what kinds of images come to your brain when you think about December. And one thing that's really interesting about this, and I like to do, is I'm doing this on an app right now called ClassKick, but you could do it like on a big piece of butcher paper. You could have one of those fancy teacher store calendars. I mean, there's lots of different ways, but the essential thing is drawing. And when I do this, I don't write words unless it's the name of the month, or the students are a little more advanced. I do this with advanced students. I do this with beginners. I mean, you can do it with little kids, big kids. We draw a lot of pictures, and I want the students to have their own calendars that they're also drawing on, because there's that kinesthetic piece that makes the connection in the brain. So I give the students, either they're doing it in ClassKick with me because they can, or which is on a tablet or something, or a Chromebook, or you can have it right here on a piece of paper in front of them at their desks or whatever, and they're doing what you're doing, okay? And they're repeating what you're repeating. So, oh, c'est décembre. What makes us, what images, quelles images associez-vous avec le mois de décembre? Okay, so maybe a kid might say, un bonhomme de neige. Okay, so we think un bonhomme de neige, which also might go with janvier, right? And the bonhomme de neige, il a un chapeau noir et il s'appelle Frosty, une carotte pour le nez, he's a carrot nose, and he's got des boutons noirs, and things like that. And he's got you can describe him. And as you're drawing and as you're talking with the students, they're hearing all this really rich language. Okay, what else do you associate with December? Oh, what about le ou? Okay, le ou. All right, let's draw. It's a holly leaf. You can't tell what I'm drawing. Le ou, c'est vert. Il y a trois petites. No. And I'm talking and talking and talking, okay? The next thing that I like to do is at the beginning of the month is we say, oh, how many days are in Décembre? Oh, let's find out. So I teach them this little trick, janvier, février, mars, avril, mai, juin, juillet, août, septembre, octobre, novembre, décembre. Oh, il y a 31, so let's count it off. Quel est le premier jour? Quel est le premier jour de décembre? Oh, c'est dimanche. So we can do 1, 2, 3, 4, no, okay? 5, 6, 7, 8. So we go all the way through. The next thing we do is we talk about, oh, classe, il y a des fêtes, des jours de fête en décembre, des jours de fête. And then we talk about, oh, les jours de fête. We talk about what is a fête. The biggest thing with this is I never write the words that I'm saying, and I never translate those words into English, because we want the kids thinking and making associations in the target language. So the first one I might talk about is, oh, Saint-Nicolas, Saint-Nicolas, c'est le 6 décembre. And then I'll tell them in French, I'll say, find the 6 décembre on your calendar. Oh, find it, point to it, circle it, and then they circle it, and then we talk about Saint Nicolas and what they do in Saint Nicolas. Oh, on Saint Nicolas, he's a saint, patron saint of children, and he comes and he visits and he puts candies in their souliers. So then I do my best to draw, you know, soulier, slippers. But because, you know, this is not the same holidays that would be, for example, if you were taking a different language, like say Hebrew, you might talk about the Jewish holidays, things like that. And they put bonbon in your soulier, and I make bonbon, you know, and they laugh at me because my drawings are bad or whatever. This is also a great way to talk about vocabulary, like yesterday, today, tomorrow, the day before yesterday, the day after tomorrow. So for example, aujourd'hui, on est quel jour? Aujourd'hui, on est le, oops, what did I do? Aujourd'hui, on 9, 10, 11, 12. Aujourd'hui, on est le 10 décembre. Le 10 décembre, fine, le 10 décembre. Hier, on était le 9 décembre. Trouvez le 9 décembre. Mettez une étoile à côté du 9 décembre. Oh, le 7 décembre, c'est l'anniversaire de Bob. Joyeux anniversaire. So we point out birthdays. Oh, it's Bob's birthday. Oh, what day is Christmas? Oh, that's right. Christmas is the 25 décembre. When is the Christmas Eve? Le 24, okay? So we talk about the calendar, and you have all this rich language, and it doesn't have to be more than like, you know, 5-10 minutes at the beginning of class, but they're getting all of this rich language. They're following along with you. They're drawing. The essential thing with this, like I said, is not to write the word. We draw pictures, and you know, I might put La Saint Nicolas. I might write the word there, La Saint Nicolas. I might write Noël. I might write Le Réveillon. Okay, but the essential thing here is that I'm not writing, you know, une fête means a party. We're not putting them in English. We want the students to associate language with pictures, especially in the first couple of years. Now, once you get to third year, fourth year, you can start to say, oh, le 6, c'est un jour de fête. Un jour de fête. But we still don't use English, okay? So I am in the camp where it's like comprehensible input, no English at all. There are some that are in the it's okay to translate camp. I am definitely not there. I am definitely in the no translate, do not translate. It doesn't do any good. And in fact, all it does is serve to make the process for learning language even slower. So we want to make sure that we have all of our input coming out in the target language all the time, and we use as many pictures as possible. And this is an excellent thing to do 5 to 10 minutes every single day at the beginning of your class, even if it's just, you know, there's not a lot going on, even if it's just, oh, you know, today is December 10th, yesterday was December 9th, tomorrow's December 11th. We're on vacation, so you could do vacances, you know, yay! You could talk about, oh, tu vas partir en vacances? Oh, moi, je vais en France, or something like that. So there's just a lot of things that you can do with this. It's a great activity. I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful Christmas. Au revoir, or whatever winter holiday. Merci. Au revoir.